Greg, as Angie mentioned, your column, you talk about every NFC team and their weak areas. So let's start out with America's team, the team that when we expect them to do well, doesn't.
All right.
And we expect them not to do well, they surprise.
I think it's the pass rush. I've got a question for you, Steve. Who is their best pass rusher right now?
That would be right now.
Who knows?
Exactly. We don't know yet.
There's not an answer to that question. DeMarcus Lawrence gets a back surgery every offseason. They take Taco Charlton in the first round, but you can't expect him to be the guy right away. They have suspension problems. David Irving suspended. Randy Gregory, who knows where he is. This is a team that struggled to get after the Packers in that playoff game. I don't see any reason why we'd feel differently about him now.
And Greg, you have to look at the whole back seven. I mean, the linebackers besides Sean Lee, some question marks there. But as we know, the secondary is bound to the defensive line. And they just lost 4 key players in their secondary to free agency. That's a weak spot as well. And then Nolan Carroll, their best corner, returning corner, he just got a DWI. We don't know what his status is. I think defensively they're going to have some issues again.
It's a chicken or egg problem. Like the secondary made up for the pass rush last year. That's not going to happen anymore.
But Rod Marinelli, he is the man, defensive coordinator. Okay, let's go to the Great Northwest here and the Seattle Seahawks, a team that could be contending for the NFC title.
You know, at what point do we stop calling Tom Cable a great offensive line coach? Like, I always hear this, that he's a great offensive line coach, but their offensive line is never any good. It's an organizational problem each year. They bring in new players. They move them all around. They got Luke Jokel getting a lot of money. Maybe he moves to left tackle, but it never works out.
Greg, you're asking him to build an army with Buzz Lightyear and all the toys in his toy box. That's because they haven't gotten him talent. Now, they go out and they got Luke Jokel in free agency. They add him, but he's coming off of knee surgery. They haven't decided if he's going to play left tackle, left guard. But the offensive line continues to be the issue. But we always talk about Russell Wilson getting sacked 41 times. They've got to run block better because that is the basis for the success of this offense.